So here's a little bit of a fun topic for you. The subject of defamation, just posting opinions about businesses on the internet, either through, the Google reviews or wherever else. How is that something that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you can have influence over or control? Well, in a nutshell, obviously you can't control the opinions of others, nor should you need to. You want people to give their opinion and share with others. Everybody can, decide what's best for them. But what if somebody says stuff that you really don't like? They're writing an opinion on the internet about your business that's just like horrific. Can you do something about it? Well, it depends. It depends on what the basis of the comments are. So, for example, if it's just an opinion like, I ate the food and it made me sweat, it was too spicy, that's kind of more like an opinion. Why? Because it's like something that makes one person sweat and makes them feel like it's really spicy may not make another person sweat and may not make them feel like it's spicy. So comments and statements that are opinion based are not really actionable under the law because they're not. Everybody has a different opinion, or that place made me sad, or the painting in the room in there made me happy, or the lighting in there, whatever, made me depressed. Whatever it is, all those are opinions that can vary depending on the person, depending on what they like, depending on what their goal was in attending the place of business or whatever. So any kind of opinion-based stuff like that, you don't have any control over it, and it's not really actionable under the law, no matter how bad it is, no matter how much it may influence others. It's kind of like it's just their feeling. Feelings are not. You can't say that somebody slandered you or that there's an action for defamation that's possible when it's just a feeling or an opinion. What is actionable under the law is stuff that it's about something definite. So if somebody said, I was there and she was flirting with my husband, or something really definite and specific that isn't true, then that's an example of a situation where it's a specific action and a specific thing, and you can say, "Oh no," and then that's actionable. You can do something about it, or well, while I was backing out of there, one of her employees ran me over because I said I didn't like the food, and for a fact that none of your staff ran anybody over just because they didn't. That's actionable. Anything that says that something actually happened that didn't happen, then that's something that's actionable under the law. So what do you do if somebody, makes an accusation that is actionable under the law? They accuse you of, I don't know, running them over, saying something about them, pushing them, whatever, anything, or, purposely spitting, just anything that did not occur, and you don't want that idea to be on a review or anything like that. What do you do about it? Well, the first thing you can do about it is to write to them. Write them a demand letter that they remove that comment. Write them a demand letter that, that they show proof that actually happened. You explain to them what the law says. And under the general scope of defamation is like slander and libel and other things. And libel is more, for written stuff, and then the other is actionable more for spoken words. Either way, it's all actionable legally. So you get either yourself through a little research, or you get an attorney to write you a letter that literally spells out what went on, and tell them to retract what they did. And if they refuse to retract it, then you can file them a lawsuit and you can claim damages, whatever amount of damages you feel has been lost and will potentially be lost through their actions. You hold them accountable for it, and then you see where that goes. So when it comes to action for defamation and other sort of issues about opinions and comments and statements, there's a lot of a distinction between sort of public actors and private actors, which is to say anybody that's sort of in the public eye already has has less authority to kind of say, oh no, don't say that, or no, don't do this, because the law kind of takes into consideration that that everybody wants to know about this person, and people are going to have 1,000 opinions about this person, and this and this and that. And also, if that person complains about one incident, people say, oh, okay, so you're mad that this was said. What about 8,000 other people that said that? Are you going to sue all of them too? So it becomes that sort of thing. So so there can be kind of a distinction when it comes to individuals in that kind of arena. So if the individual that owns the business or that's a part of the business is a public figure of some sort, then that may afford them not as much authority and not as much legally over being able to say, don't say this, don't say this, don't say that. That becomes kind of, it's sort of assumed that a person who's in that position renders themselves to to be in that position more so than someone who's not. So those are some things to think about and to keep in mind that that you can have some influence over issues of reviews and things like that if the person who made the comments or whatever has done it in a way that's actionable under law. Like I said, like where it's not an opinion, it's like they actually accuse you of doing something to them, like whatever, or something that you can say, oh no, they can get them to remove that. And so yeah, those are some things to think about in that realm.